The U.S. elections will also be closely watched thousands of kilometers away by long-standing ally Pakistan. In Islamabad, some believe a Republican White House will lead to increased scrutiny over the government's growing engagements with Beijing.
Yeah, but many supporters of jailed former Prime Minister Imran Khan are rooting for former President Donald Trump to win a second term. Hira Mustafa explains.
This was the last time that a Pakistani Prime Minister met a US President. In 2019, Donald Trump famously received Imran Khan at the White House, a meeting seen as the high point of bilateral ties in recent years. The camaraderie between the two populist leaders saw the US and Pakistan talking in unison, rare in a relationship that has often swung widely between security cooperation and concerns over Pakistan's close ties with China.
I think both Mr. Khan and Mr. Trump don't feel themselves bound by any norms. They are both transactional, and they will say and do whatever they feel will get them into power.
It's one reason many supporters of Imran Khan hope Donald Trump returns to the White House. The former Prime Minister was ousted from power in 2022 and thrown in jail last year over corruption charges. Some of Mr. Khan's supporters believe that as president, Mr. Trump could pressure Islamabad to release him. But leaders of Mr. Khan's PTI party are downplaying that idea.
We are the largest political party in the country, and we will remain so. So our view is that the PTI is willing to and ready to work with whatever US administration comes about, and all US administrations will want to work with the PTI.
Observers say, looking at the big picture, Donald Trump may not be great for Pakistan. As president, Mr. Trump got $300 million in military aid, accusing Islamabad of failing to tackle militant groups operating on its soil. He also oversaw greater defense and security coordination with Pakistan's arch-rival India, further straining ties. Relations improved somewhat under President Joe Biden with the restoration of military assistance and more investments in Pakistan's tech and green energy sectors. But the Biden administration is wary of its allies' partnership with Chinese companies to develop ballistic missiles. The government says it hopes whoever wins the US election, be it Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, will uphold Islamabad's position as a strategic partner.
The challenge for Pakistan's government is to do a fresh round of vigorous diplomacy in trying to explain Pakistan's situation. The US should still see Pakistan as a partner, but given Pakistan's continuous issues and challenges, it should more focus on how it can express to the Pakistani people that the United States is a helping hand instead of a censorious schoolmaster.
One issue that concerns Washington is that as Islamabad deepens its economic and military ties with Beijing, it risks becoming a client state of China, which Americans view as a threat.
In terms of, if we talk about the military superiority that they want to ensure, then the containment policy of China, for which there's a bipartisan support, but Trump is going to be even more focused than the Democrats on that. And that could be tricky for Pakistan.
Analysts warn that both a Democrat or a Republican president are likely to take an aggressive stance in America's economic and commercial relations with China. They say Islamabad's goal to please the two superpowers is not sustainable.
You see, Pakistan cannot make a balance between China and United States. Pakistan have to make a choice that who is your best friend, China or United States.
Pakistan's capacity to handle relations with the next US administration will be a litmus test for Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif's government. There will be a different face in the White House from next year, and Islamabad will have to adapt to what could be a more hawkish US foreign policy, especially towards China. Hira, Mustafa, CNA, Islamabad.